Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We're arriving at our destination shortly.
Man, I could watch that intro I could watch that intro a couple more times. Maybe one day we'll just do like half an hour of intro. That'd be a hell. Oh shit! Greg's fucking up. Hang on a second. Greg's messing up. Oh my god, he's showing his age. Nah, I'm not showing my age. I wasn't clicking on the right thing. So welcome to the Sunday night episode of the Airplane Show. My name is Greg. I'm gonna be your internet pilot tonight. We're gonna fly this here Dash 8 Q400 from FlyJSim. We're gonna fly the hell out of this thing. We gonna fly it. We're gonna crash this bitch. No, I'm just kidding. We're flying from it's you know me. I like to try to recreate real flights. Bear with me a second. I'm just getting my other computer set up real. That looks good, and we need. Let me pull up the flight, and then if you missed earlier today, we had a really good flight with Dreamliner, the base bitch, as I call it, the base bitch Dreamliner in Microsoft 2024. Here is this flight here, so we can see it's Havilland Dash 8 400. That's our plane, QantasLink. Here's roughly what it flew. Now, we're flying pretty much the exact same route, except we are, depending on what runway we use, if we're using runway 1, we're going to do Pampa arrival to runway 1. If we are not going to be using runway 1 and we use, say, runway 19 instead, we are going to, either way, we're not doing this highway. And we're not doing this station. This is the actual airport. So we have Pamba. I think it's the other arrival if we're going to do runway 19. But yeah, here's the real flight here. You can see it probably in the thumbnail. We did build it. And let's just take a moment and just watch like the last minute. Let me put the sound on. We can all hear it. 18, which is good because I don't really ever listen to my streams. I mean, I listen to it every once in a while just to make sure the levels are okay, but all in all, this is not a bad airplane. Like, for a base bitch airplane, it's pretty good. There's certainly much worse ones out there, especially ones you can pay for. Flaps full. We're landing at Incheon Aeroporto in Seoul, Korea. High control. Levels aren't bad. I wish I could make the game louder, but if I make it louder, it's going to go. So I'm looking at, like, you know, when you look at EQ, and it's got like green, yellow, red. It's like barely touching the yellow most of the time. Oh, I thought my hand looked like I was moving it just now. I didn't. I guess since my picture is right now, it's taking place of the picture that's. All right, here, let me see. Let me get rid of the camera. Oh yeah, there we go. Hello, Greg from earlier today. You handsome devil, you. You overweight handsome devil. One of these days, I'll get back into shape. Not today. I haven't really eaten much today either. I think the only thing I've really eaten, I think I had a Nature Valley bar and some honey wheat pretzels. And I think it's Utz. It's at Hanover or Utz. It's one. I think it might be Utz. There's one that I don't like and one that I like, but I don't have the bag here. But yeah, they make these like braided honey twist, honey wheat pretzels, man. Oh my god, I could fuck those things up. Those things are so delicious.
Approaching Menopause.
Ew, SOS. One unit. Yes, sir.
40, 30, 20, 10.
We floated a little bit, but that's about as good as it gets. Take it. I'll take it. That's right, Greg. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, let's let's end this. Let's get to what we're here for. But yeah, man, that was actually a pretty fun flight. I like that for, like I said, for a base bitch airplane, it's pretty damn good. All right, I was getting music set up. All right, let me lower cable back to where it normally is. All right, we have new flight. FlyJSim, Qantas, Mount Isa. I just went there. One to pick like where we were parking at, but we'll switch spots. Try that one. Ooh, 13. I don't want 13. Firm. And start with the engines off. I wanted to go in and make sure that the controls were set up. You know, I didn't save any seats yet, but that's very easy to do. Start. All right, it's going to take a minute, and I wanted to adjust the graphics settings too. I turned them down initially. I was reading my GPU indicator wrong. I thought that like when it was more in use that was bad. Not bad. It's bad if it starts getting overheated. But my GPU, even if it's at 98% most of the flight, it doesn't really ever cross 72 degrees Celsius, which is fine. But no, I initially started turning some of these graphics down because I thought running your GPU that high was bad. And then I read about it, and it was like, no, it's not a bad thing. It's only bad if it's that high and it's overheating. And I was like, oh, kind of makes sense. I think I hear a little bit from outside. Yeah. Click on something. What's up, dude? How you doing? Okay, we can hear shit. Oh, good. Okay, we can hear stuff. What's up, dude? How you doing? Oh, that's right. I changed these controls. Wait a minute. What is that? What is this? That looks like I've flown one of those in Microsoft. It's not the new plane. That's not the oh, I don't think that's not the Starship. I mean, it could be. That looks like the Eve Alice Aviation electric plane. That's actually what that looks like, that electric plane. All right, let's go save some seats. Oh, me too. Me too. Yeah. I haven't flown this plane in a few weeks, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. I just learned that we can actually save seats on the outside here, so that's what we're going to do. So let's save this one. I think it's Control 0. Over here. Control 1. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this flight too. I really, out of all the planes I own, between Microsoft and X-Plane, this is probably like my top. It's definitely my top 3. for sure. It's a really fun plane to fly. Oh, I gotta use my mouse. All right, Control 2. Control 3. That should set up. Okay, go back to the beginning and just hit 0, 1. Okay, we're good. All right, let's go ahead and load up our airplane here. So let's see here. Let me get the Avi tab up. Now with Avi tab, if you're using this, if you want to get your charts in here, you have to actually put them into the folder. Let me show you where the folder is. Hang on a second. Let me share my screen. Bring up here. Let's go. Okay, so like I got this game from Steam. So when you go into Steam, go into your plugins where AviTab is, you go to resources, go to plugins, AviTab. So here's all the like the folders for tablet. Just click on charts and just drop the files in. So like these are all screen captures because I can't print them from Navigraph, and then here's the flight plan right here, and then I just keep the README for AviTab in there. But yeah, man, that's good to know. What's up, troll? You just trolling on this here Sunday night? I mean, X-Plane's not bad. Not bad. Let me go home. I thought I saw Navigraph on here. Hang on a second. Yep. This must be the Navigraph. Oh, providers. Okay, yeah, that's for okay. And we have airports. Well, let's type in this airport and see what pops up. B. Oh, that's cool. Has the METAR information, and we can refresh it. Let's leave that up. That's cool. See, what's it called? Doesn't have that. Microsoft doesn't have that. All right, let's so our fuel is going to be 38.85. So let's connect the GPU first of all. And actually, you know what we should do? Let's turn the airplane on actually. All right, ground power units connected. Circulation on. Get rid of now let's turn the APU on because it doesn't seem like the external power is really connected the right way. So keep power, let's do start. What's up, Mike? Did you have a good Sunday? Okay, we can get rid of external power now. APU is on. Okay. Let's go ahead and okay, status. Select load. Total fuel 38.85. All right, that's close enough. Six people. Takeoff weight is 28.3. Right there. Your fuel weight 24.6. That's pretty damn close. Alright, so now that we did that, we can confirm load. Start loading. Okay, that's now loading. Get rid of the Abby tab now. Recirculation fan is on. That's fine. Okay, that's good. Before start, circuit breakers. All right, we'll check all those. Let's get our screens turned on because we got to turn all those on. Turn you up. Turn it up. Let's turn you on. All right. Anyways, no Sweet Home Alabama here tonight. That's on. We got to turn on. We got to turn you on. Come down here. We got to turn you on. Not a big fan of the sun glare in here. We're going to change the time real quick. All right, let me see what the barometer is. Oops. Be 999. Let me just check that on my end too here. No, it's actually 1016. What the fuck is it saying here? Oh, I read it wrong. I thought this was it. It's 1016. My bad. Come on, bitch. Stop. Stop. All right, let's get our flight plan put in. Accept. Do that over here as well. I updated Navigraph before we started tonight. Alright, menu. Oh, initial position. South. That should be about right. Let's see here. 2039139233. Okay, that's good. Enter a YBMA. Oh, it's not asking us to do anything. Alright. Well, let's put the flight plan in. Alright, we have YBMA. Okay, then we have... Okay, so we have MA. And from here we have, I believe we can go to list, go to airways, we have W685, which is a low altitude airway. Here we go. Let's do one. Going to HUG. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working. Let me see here. We'll find out in a minute, though. Fixed leg undefined. Tell you what, let's go back. Let me put an HUG here and then see if I can connect it. Okay, and that should be the right, let's see here. $49,144. Okay, so that's good. All right, now let's go here. Let's go to list. Okay. Sorry, let's go here. Let's go to list. From MA, let's try this again. Yeah, it just doesn't like it. It's weird. Wonder if I put in a Kinu if that'll change it. Let's see here. Yeah, it just doesn't like it. Oh well, fuck it. So after hug we have let's see here, let's try this Airway Yankee 34. Let's go to list. Flight plan that again. Okay, so we have Yankee, let's do number 4. Do BATIR. Alright, so that one's okay. And then we have Y80. Oops. From Batir we have oh, hang on a second. Let's go back. Okay, there we go. Now let's hit this. Go to Airway. We have Y80 to... Yeah, that's good. That's what it should be doing. It should be putting our waypoint in there like that. So we can... We're not supposed to have... We're not... You shouldn't have to type that in. Alright, enter. And then now we're going to put in our airport. We're going to YBTL. That should be right. Oh yeah, it's right, Townsville. Okay. Accept that. Now we're going to go into menu. We're going to pick our departure. Should be on runway 16, so that's number 1. There's no departures. So just hit enter and hit flight plan. That's okay. We just click on this. Just click on delete. Go back to menu. Let's go to arrival. And then hopefully we're doing runway 1. That's what we already have programmed. And we're doing prompt to alpha, so that's number 5. There's no transition. The arrival is ILSX. And we have SATCO number 3 as our transition. Flight plan. Alright, now let's just go through this and make sure we don't have anything weird in here. Yeah, it all looks good. Let's check it out on the map. Sorry if screens pop up every once in a while. I'm not used to the moving controls of this plane compared to, you know, it's been a while since I've been in this airplane. Okay. Let's come down here. We can turn off these bearing indicators. And we can change. Okay, let's put it that way, and let's click on flight plan. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I mean, everything looks okay. That's here. I guess they're done loading up the airplane. They just closed the door. Okay, all that looks good. Let's finish getting our weights and shit set up. Okay, so under here, let's go to... Did all that. Okay, let's go to fuel. So we have, it's not 97 kilograms I had in there. I think I had 77. Let's go to the next page. Oh, wait a minute. Is it menu? There we go, menu. Average passenger weight is 77. Turn. We have 66 passengers. Our okay, here we go. Cargo. That was a weird sound. It sounded like somebody just closed the door next to me, but that door's got like a stick in it. It's a sliding glass door. It's got like a stick in it, so there's no way that somebody just closed it. All right, gross weight is, where the fuck is our gross weight? 28,296. Oh, you motherfucker. 5031. Okay, I don't know what our cargo. Oh, here we go. 1011. Fuel on board is sea level, taxi fuel. Where is the total fuel? 3892. Okay, very good. So that's good. Sending it. Hey, that's cool. Look at that. I never knew it did that. Look, it gives us pounds. That's cool how it breaks it up like that. Cool. Alright. Stop. 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 Alright, VNAV, we don't need to worry about that right now. Beta. Good. I mean, I think we're okay. Performance. We do need to find out what our V1 speeds are. Is this the airplane that does it automatically? Yes, it is. Oh, you just need to click on the screen. That's beautiful. Okay. So I'm on the fence about using Sayintentions for this. I guess we'll give it a try. But I really like the ATC that comes with that comes with this. Like, it's a really good ATC system. Let's see what ATA says.
Automated weather observation. Mount Isa. Wind 150 degrees 6 knots. Visibility more than 10 miles. Sky clear. Temperature 16. Dew point -2. QNH 1016.
There we have information X-ray.
Automated weather observation. Mount Isa. Wind 150 degrees 6 knots. Visibility more than 10
Let's click in the
miles.
center. Mount Isa Center, QF471 requesting VFR clearance to Townsville Airport. We have information X-ray. Let's turn it on now. Where did I didn't hear them? Maintain VFR at below 2,500 feet on departure. Departure on 125.2 squawk 51. No mic from audio. What the hell is going on? Oh, there we go.
Contact ground on 121.8.
Contact ground on 121.8, QF471. All right, let's put in 121.8. Oh yeah, that's right. It's done up here. Mount Isa's ground, QF471 requesting pushback and engine start clearance. Oh, that's dumb that it doesn't bring it over to this screen too. Hello? Nobody's listening. Alright, let's go back here. Mount ISIS clearance, QF471 requesting pushback and engine start clearance.
QF471, unable to assist with pushback and engine start clearance. Please contact ground control for that request.
And we have no ground control, so I guess we're not using Sayintentions. Where's the ATC here? You know, I don't give a fuck about ATC. Should we, you know, because once I get started using it, yeah, you know what? I don't want to use it. Well, yeah. See, there's nobody to contact, so it's not just Sayintentions. It's okay. So fuck it. We'll leave it off. Let's close this screen. Let's see if we need to. We don't need to push back or anything. We just need to disconnect the GPU, which should have been disconnected already. All right, disconnect that. Circuit breakers. They all look like they're in. Don't see any white anywhere. That's good. Oxygen is good. Alright, let's put our passenger in emergency and ice skid. And ice skid. Fuel is fine. Emergency brake is on. Power levers, these are all cut off. Alright, that's good. Alright, start is approved. All those lights are out. Just check the voltage. And we're fueling. Okay, turn off AP. Anti-collision is red, we just did that. Alright, cleared for start. Engine 2. All that is okay now. Let's see, let's do power switch to up. Okay, main bus tie is off. That's why we're not showing AC power. Set bleed air control switch. Oh yeah, I know why. Because we're still in feather mode. Let's move these up to minimum. That's right. I know it says max, but we don't need to move it to max just yet. I want AC2. There we go. All right, let's do standby PTU. Then we're gonna put this on. Check you out. Work. Is it that? Elevator travel. Check you out. Oh, camera. Alright, let's reset that. Alright. And let's see here. Isolation valve. Yeah, that's good. Flaps. Let's put the flaps down. Steering switch on. We'll do this test here in a little bit. It's beeping right now because we have the park and brake on still. Let's put on our weather. That's all good. Rudder, I want to move this a little bit. You know, I'm not really sure what we're cruising up to today. Let me check that. We're getting ready to taxi. $19,000. Do not have the right nav source. And we have FMS, that's good. Put our spoilers on taxi. And yeah, I think we're ready for taxi, I think. Let's see, taxi, oh yeah, taxi lights. Altimeters are good. Auxiliary tanks 1 and 2 on. Auto feather. Trims are fine. Yep. Alright, let's take off the parking brake. fine now. All right, and then I don't even, what runway are we taking off from? Oh yeah, 16. I did. There is, second. Let's see where 16. Okay, so it's off to our right. Oh, hang on. I think my throttles are messed up. Hang on a second. Fine.
Captain, all doors and flight cross-check. Welcome aboard QantasLink. Flight 2471, departing from Mount Isa and heading to Townsville. We have Captain Gregory and First Officer Long Duck Dong in the cockpit, along with my wonderful crew members, Sarah, Mike, and Jessica. As we prepare for takeoff, I would like to take a moment to go over some important safety information. First, please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To unfasten, simply lift the buckle. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to put your own mask on first before assisting others. For those of you seated near the exits, please take note of the emergency exits located at the front and rear of the cabin, as well as over the wings. In the unlikely event of an evacuation, please leave your luggage on board and proceed to the nearest exit. Swim vests are located under your seat. In case of a water landing, pull the vest out, place it over your head, and pull the straps to secure it. Inflate the vest by pulling the red tabs or by blowing into the tubes. Thank you for your attention. We'll be cruising at an altitude of 19,000 feet in our estimated flight time is 1 hour and 25 minutes. After our cruise, come around the island of QantasLink. Once again, welcome aboard. We hope you enjoy your flight.
I think the throttles will be fine once I move the control lock. 'Cause I mean, I've had the same settings now for a while with this airplane. There shouldn't be a reason to change anything, so I'm thinking it'll be fine once I move that control lock. Should be getting pretty close to the end of the runway. Don't wreck my plane, light pole. Light pole that shouldn't be there. That random car. Showed up out of nowhere. It must be like a secret force field around this airport. Kind of like how Wakanda is, where it just, you know, or where Wonder Woman lives. This looks like regular Earth, and all of a sudden, cabin crew, take your seats for departure.
Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
Open up intakes, Joe heat. You off. 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 I think we are good to go. Let's see. There's IAS. Alright, let's get out of here. Hang on, I do want to change. Oh shit, I gotta remove the control lock. Give me a second. There we go. Under knots. Q1. Rotate. That was a little weird looking at that.
QantasLink2471, I'm seeing you on radar. Cycle your transponder and ident again for me.
I'll get to you when I get to you. I want to pick up MA first, which is our first waypoint, so that's why we're making this circle. So that rudder in Aerofly, they recommend that you move that rudder 8 clicks to the right. Here I just do it 6, but supposedly it helps with takeoff and with keeping you straight on the runway. But you have to change it pretty soon after takeoff.
QS471, verify you're squawking 5156 mode Charlie and verify altitude.
Okay. Let's level our wings out here. Yes. I want to go to 210. Autopilot's on. Some more power. Let's put our flaps up. Alright, what is he asking me? Alright, we should be good now.
QF471, radar contact. 2 east of Mount Isa Airport at 4600 feet. Mount Isa, QNH 1014.
And we are on our way. Alright, we can turn off auto feather in a minute. In the standby pumps. We're in MCL, which is climb power. Once we get to about 10,000 feet, we will turn off the hydraulics as well. No, my brain just stopped for a minute. Sorry about that. But also when we get to 10,000 feet, we're going to reduce our speed as well to 200. I'm not really sure what the transition altitude is. But, you know, I guess I could look it up here. Let's see here. Close this out. Do about 10,000 feet. Oh, that's cool. Got the tutorial and the booklet for it. Oh, that's not what I was hoping that would be. Alright. Oh, whatever. Alright, so let's turn off the auto feather. Auxiliary fuel pumps and auxiliary hydraulics and the PTU. Clean this up. Lead back on, which probably should have been put on a few minutes after takeoff, but let's move this to 200. Keep our descent going good. Crazy, there's no clouds. Do have real weather turned on. move this to 190. Pretty sure we have live weather on. Yeah, it's on. Nice. He did such a good job with this airplane. You know, I really wanted to buy one of the other airplanes they had because they have the 737-200, and they have the 727. But when I was looking into them, it doesn't look like they've been updated for like 4 or 5 years. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. It might be a great plane, but it's 5 years old, the last update. Like, I don't think so. That I'm not okay with. Once we get to 15,000, we will drop our speed to, well, actually, we're supposed to drop it at 20,000. We'll drop it at 15,000. We'll put it to 180. That all looks good. You know, it's crazy, like the difference in space between 15 degrees and 35 degrees for flaps. It's very interesting. And look at the space between. I mean, that is a lot of space. Let's go to 180. And then when we get to cruising altitude, we are going to pull the prop levers back to minimum and then adjust our power accordingly. We'll probably keep it around like 60, 65%, somewhere in that area. Microsoft. So, but look what I can do. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that. What'd you say, Asobo? Look at this. Oh my god. We can see what our engines are doing while we're not even in the cabin. Look at that. We have windows. I thought I could pull some of this in from Navigraph, like automatically. I guess not. It's use the airport app to access your charts. Really? Can access charts here? What do you say, bitch? Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That'll save so much time. I didn't even realize that. Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Alright, YBTL. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all the informations. Oh shit, it does have everything. What is our... Yeah, this is the other arrival that I was talking about. In case we do runway 19. Look at that, that's cool. It's cool, it's got stuff. Alright, we'll leave that alone. That's cool. That makes me feel better about having it. I mean, it's a free. I don't think I paid anything for Habitat. Alright, we're almost at our cruising altitude. Still got a long way to hood. Oh, we can do standard pressure, but I forgot about that. My goodness. Into her. Get. Remove by me. It's a shame there's no clouds. Kinda hoping there'll be some clouds. This is such a good airplane. It really is. I did buy the Bay 146 for X-Plane. It's okay. Definitely not as good as Microsoft. That I know for sure. At least in my humble opinion, it's not as good as Microsoft's version. We have some shades. From Mr. Catcher to down the streets, saving his pens for someday. Don't you worry. Let me see if there's any quick spots here. Nope. That's a shame. FlyJSim, such a wonderful airplane, and then you don't give us the capability of moving our sun visors. That's a shame. You heard the beat for 19,000. We're almost there. Like I said, we'll move them from 900, we'll move them down to 850, and then we'll move our props back just a little bit. Okay, other than that, there's not really much else to do at this point with this airplane other than just sit back and chill. Landings are always interesting in this airplane because you don't flare as much as kind of just come right in. Like you don't flare like you do with a regular airplane. Just flare with maybe like a 2 or 3% pitch, in the front. So it's just a little bit off the ground. When you're at 15 flaps, if you're at 35, it's a different story. I haven't really practiced it with 35. I don't really land at any airports currently that would really require 35. That's more for short fields and things like that. Okay, we are I didn't arm the altitude yet. Alright, we're at altitude. I forgot to click altitude select. Alright, let's move our move our props back a little bit. Like to get up to maybe like 225. 230 for a cruise. Other than that, we're set.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached cruising altitude. We will be starting our snack and drink service shortly. So please sit back and relax. I highly recommend trying our delicious chicken salad wrap or the savory cheese platter. We also have items available from the QantasLink shop for you to browse. Thank you for flying with us today, and we hope you enjoy the flight.
All right, well, I think I'm gonna sign off here and just put some music on. Not really anything to do at the moment. Oh, come on, camera. Save that one. And back here. All right. See what speed we're at. Okay, yeah, let's pull back our props just a little bit. All right, let me get some music put on. I will see you guys shortly. And yeah, man, hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see y'all very soon. Close to the top of the sense when I'll be back on. So hit like, hit subscribe. See ya. Actually, I changed my mind. We gonna watch some Daryl Brooks. I like let me pull up my history. I was watching him go on this 50-minute rant. He's a sovereign citizen. Let's just listen to him.
That I'm here as a third-party interviewer on special appearance on behalf of my client. Can that be noted for the record?
Was noted this morning.
May it be noted again for the record so that we can keep the record clear and accurate.
The appearances are as they were this morning. They are no different. Bring the jury out.
And we have yet to address subject matter jurisdiction, Your Honor. I still haven't been shown any verified proof that this court has subject matter jurisdiction. And at this point, may I request an affidavit that you, Your Honor, have no bias, no conflict of interest, and no interest in the outcome of this case.
Mr. Brooks, the jury's coming out. We'll address your legal issues later. If I deem them appropriate.
Judge, do you hold the full
Mr.
judicial
Brooks,
power of the state, or is this the
please,
military
Greg,
power?
can you please take the jury out? Thank you.
If you're not familiar with this guy, he's now in jail for the rest of his life. And the life after that. And the life after that. He was found guilty of like 72 charges or something like that. 70 of which or something like that stemmed from him running people over with his mom's SUV during the Waukesha, Wisconsin Christmas parade back in November of 2021. He killed 6 people and injured, another 60 some people. And now he's trying to say he doesn't identify by his name anymore, and he's here as a third-party intervener in this matter, and he says the case should be dismissed because there's no. Well, you'll see. He's getting ready to go on a 50-minute rant, which is
Mr. Brooks, just wait
epic.
till the jury's out, please. I ask that you show that respect.
I will.
Thank you.
Gotta keep an eye on the speed. I don't want to go too much faster. I do want to set something real quick though. Give me a second. Let me pause this. I do want to get rid of this one here.
You all can be seated. Mr. Brooks, just make your statements. What do you want
And
to
pop out.
advise the court today?
I want to first state again for the record that I do not identify by that name, nor do I
FMS.
consent to being called that name. Your Honor, with all respect, I'm merely asking you, do you have the full judicial power of the state, or is this military power?
I'm sorry? I don't understand what you're asking me, sir.
I'm asking, is
And on what
this,
legal basis are you making that request?
I'm asking, for the record, is this a common law court or?
No, I
an
can't do
admiralty
the
court?
FMS.
What are we in here?
Hoping I could
And
pop that out.
I'm requesting an affidavit
Oh, here we go.
that you, Your Honor, have no bias, no conflict of interest, or no interest in the outcome of this case. And the reason why I want to state this clearly for the record,
Excellent.
mainly is because
Look at that Microsoft, the Sobo, you bitches. Look at
the
that. Look what we
bias
can
that's
do
been
and
shown.
explain.
I have not
I just wish the
been
weather
getting
was
any,
and the ground textures were as good.
certified copies of any requests that I've made, which I was told by this court to address inmate communication forms for anything that I may need. I've done that. I've complied with that.
The nerve of this guy, by the way, to
Anytime
bring
I've
up some of
needed
these
something
things, like,
of the court pertaining to documents,
Wild.
I've done it the way the court has asked me, and I've always stated that I wanted everything to be certified. I have yet to even get that. My court docket sheet was not a certified copy. When I asked Your Honor of your oath of office, I asked for that to be certified. You stated for the record that you would not give me a certified copy of your oath of office, which you are required to show if I ask for it. I've brought up my Sixth Amendment constitutional right that has been pretty much discarded, and that is based on the fact that I have the right to face my accuser, which would be the plaintiff, state of Wisconsin, in this matter. They have yet to show that a claim is I mean, a living human being can only make a claim. An entity cannot make a claim. I've requested for the complaint.
he's such an idiot, but he thinks he's right.
The complaint from November 23 of 2021, the amended complaint from November 29th.
Like when you kill somebody, how is the dead person supposed to file a claim? like, so you can just murder somebody and then you just don't worry about it. They're dead, so they can't file a claim against you. So you don't have to worry about going to court. Great.
2021. The second amended complaint from January 12 of this year, 2022. I have yet to see those. There was no record of a bond in my docket sheet. I asked for that to be verified by proof. That hasn't been provided. There's so many biases, clear biases in questions that are not being asked based on judicial determinations made by Your Honor. You look at the discrepancies, and I think they're clear. I think at minimum I deserve for the subject matter jurisdiction to be verified and proven. I've raised that issue numerous times, pretty much every day, every time I come before your court, Your Honor. I address that, and it has yet to be proven. My filings have been disregarded, even though they've been filed into the record, even though they've been time-stamped. I haven't got the original copies of any of them, which I'm supposed to get. And as we sit here today, I'm still not even understanding the nature and cause of the,
Alright,
of the
speed's
charges.
okay.
That
I was
has
just
to be
keeping an eye on
proven.
things
Can that be
because I just
provided
wanted to make sure we
anyway?
weren't losing
I'm
speed.
basically sitting here confused because I don't understand why these proceedings are allowed to continue when there's so many things that have not been provided. They haven't been provided in my discovery. They haven't been provided to me by being brought to my pod where I'm housed in the jail. I'm without so much information, valid information to this matter. And I believe that it should be verified and it should be proven for the record.
Oh, the
And
record.
if not, I move for this case to be dismissed for failure to appear by the plaintiff and failure to state a claim for which relief can be granted.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that I'm saying, it has merit and it has validity. As we sit here today, I'm still being charged with charges that shouldn't even exist based on the testimony that we've heard for the last few days. There's so many things left to still be proven. The prosecution team hasn't even proven that they're licensed to practice law in Wisconsin. They haven't proven, are they just bar association members, or do they have state issued licenses? That has not been proven, which I've raised that issue for the record. I'm not even sure. But that at one time, they're well aware that I asked Your Honor, why are we keeping information, placing the evidence down, which is of value? I asked Your Honor numerous into this matter, and there's still no verified proof. Even as I sit now saying this, there's still no proof being provided. Zero. How is this case allowed to continue without these documents and filings being verified? Is there any legal factual basis that can state why this information has not been provided?
No, Daryl.
Why the docket sheet is incorrect? Why there's so much on the docket sheet that should be on record that's not even in there? That if we had the recordings of the record, they would see was brought up numerous times that doesn't even show up. I'm just asking for Your Honor to be fair, which is another right that I have, the right to a fair trial and the right to an impartial jury.
Yep. You are right about it.
I can go on and on and on about what's not being done. I have,
Not really.
Again, I say I have the right to face my accuser. Where's the injured party? Who's making the claim? I asked Your Honor numerous times for Your Honor's name. You wouldn't answer. I asked, did you have a claim
Dig up
against
them
me?
dead people.
You did not answer.
Sorry,
I asked the whole court,
I'm not trying
did
to
anyone
say anything disparaging
have a
about the
claim
people
against
that
me?
died. It's a horrible
No
thing,
one
but
said
like,
anything.
dig up,
Which you stated for the
dig up
record,
them
a
dead people so they can file a
non-responsive
claim.
answer.
Really, Daryl? Really,
A
Daryl?
non-responsive answer is an agreement,
Really, Daryl Brooks?
which will be a tactic agreement by you, Your Honor, that you don't have to answer these questions that you should be answering. I have that right.
Oh shit, we lose the speed.
The plaintiff in this matter, which was stated by
Rudy's up to
witnesses
63.
in testimony to be the state of Wisconsin. But when I asked, do they see the state of Wisconsin present in the courtroom, the question is shut down, which is a valid question. The plaintiff should be present in this matter. Where is the plaintiff? Who's bringing the claim? Because we know an entity can't bring a claim. It has to be a living, breathing human being. No one is stated for the record if they're the injured party. Not Your Honor, not the prosecutors, not anyone in the court has stated to be an injured party in this matter. No one. Not one person. I have the right to demand that the court place in the evidence any unrevealed contract. Has that been provided to me? Have that been placed in the evidence? I would like to see it.
I'd like to see it too, Daryl.
I have the right to inform the jury about the truth and their duty and their rights. That's the First Amendment and the Sixth Amendment. But I'm repeatedly told,
shut it down.
To shut the question down when this is valuable information that the jury should be privileged to know.
Look at both at the same time.
Once they were chosen to sit on this jury, why are we keeping information away from them that they deserve to know? They ultimately have the power.
They decide the matter.
The matter. Why are we keeping
so before
information,
FE is when we're going to
information from their knowledge? That's a disservice to the jury. And frankly, it's a disservice to the court that they're not allowed to hear things that they should know.
But we should be at 10,000. I love being able to do this from here.
To inform them of everything that they have the power to know,
10,000
to do and to know. They deserve that much.
Sasmo is 6.
It would be a travesty for them to make a decision
4
without being fully informed.
All right, very good. So yeah, that's all in there correctly.
And these are all valid things. I have the right to protest and object if any of my rights or demands are not being met. I've done that numerous times, only to be shut down.
Shut you down, Daryl.
Numerous times.
Oh, dumb Daryl.
I've raised the issues
Indulge
that I
correctional
didn't consent
facility.
to anything
For the rest of your life.
that may have been suggested on behalf of my former attorneys. I've never even consented to them making a plea on my behalf. I haven't, as a matter of fact, when it comes to a plea, I haven't even had the opportunity to entertain any plea that may have been suggested by the prosecution. We haven't even talked about that. Not one time was it ever brought to my attention that the prosecution even wanted to offer a plea. That's another issue. I have the right to challenge the jurisdiction.
It's so nice getting into a simulator and it just
works.
works. Everything works.
I have the right to demand that the
It is
code
so
be construed
nice.
in harmony with the
Graphics
common
are
law. I just
fine.
raised that.
Sounds are
I'm constantly
good.
referred to as pro se when
Like, it's just
I've
nice,
raised
man.
the issue that I'm pro per.
If I was at Microsoft, I'd probably still be on the ground right now, waiting to take off.
Imposed upon licensed attorneys,
Some
which
sort of
this court
glitch.
is well aware that I am not a licensed attorney. In fact, the
It's
court
just-
is
it's
also
not
aware that
incor-
I've
it's-
had
it's
3
not-
days.
It's not incorporated as nicely with SimBrief and Navigraph as Microsoft is, but it's okay. You know, that's okay. The ATC system in this game is far superior to what's in Microsoft, I think. I love the ATC system in this. I love being able just to click on it. You know what I mean? And it's great. I love it. And it vectors you really nicely too. Like if you're doing a VFR landing and, you know, choose a different runway, like the vectors that it gives you, it's like on point. I don't think I've ever had Microsoft vector me efficiently.
To prepare for a trial that the prosecution has been prepared for a whole year. We see these boxes right here. This box alone is 45 or 50 pounds full of so much information. I haven't even gone through half of it. It was stated for the record that the discovery in its entirety was brought to my housing unit on the 29th of September, which trial was scheduled, that would be a Thursday, which trial was scheduled for Monday. How can I possibly go through all that, all the paperwork, all the digital discovery and things of that nature. How can I go through all of that and be prepared in 3 days? That's a clear bias. I did not have time to prepare for this. Everything I'm doing is off the top of my head, winging it, taking it as it comes. When the court is well aware that I was not prepared, I raised the issue that it should be an adjournment, at least. At the minimum, it should be an adjournment because of that fact.
You're right,
at least
Daryl.
to let me go through all the discovery. That was denied. No valid reason was stated for that when Your Honor knew there is no possible way, humanly possible, that I can be ready for a trial of this magnitude in 3 days.
Impossible.
That's clear bias. I have the right to face the injured party claiming damages. That's under Article 3 and the 6th Amendment.
Yep.
I raised that issue again. Where's the injured party?
Where's the injured party? Who did I
Is the
kill?
injured party present in court right now? Can
Who did I kill, Judge, bitch?
Can anyone make a claim against me? Can you make a claim against me, Your Honor?
Where they at?
Do you know of anyone that can make a claim against me, Your Honor?
Nope.
Can anyone right now in court, anyone, make a claim against me?
I wish I was waiting for somebody during this trial to jump up and just lay him out verbally, you know. My son can't make a claim because you killed him, or my grandmother can't make a claim because you killed her. Like, everybody was so polite. Like, I mean, it's nice to have, as the judge says, decorum and respect for the court. Like, that's good, you know. But I don't know if I'd be able to hold back my emotions, man. If there was somebody up there that killed or seriously maimed or injured somebody that I care about, like a close family member, like most of these were close family members for folks, and to hear this guy up there be all disrespectful like this, I don't know if I could hold that back. I think it would be worth getting thrown out of court or getting a contempt charge. I'd be okay with that misdemeanor on my record. Put me in jail for a couple of days and sleep it
Your
off.
Honor, the motion to dismiss should be granted based on that alone. There's no injured party in this matter.
If I ever go to jail,
So
I better
who
not get
makes
the
the
top
claim?
bunk. I cannot sleep on those top bunks.
Who?
I tried before when in a facility I was in. I could not sleep on that top bunk, man. I couldn't wait
I have the right
for somebody
to
to
put the
move
judge on
out so I
notice
could,
of my intent to appeal.
move out to a different room so I could get a bottom bunk.
During the case, you stated for the record that I would have to wait until appealing process, but my right is that I can raise that issue during the case, which I've attempted to do. That's been shut
About
down.
213 miles. I love being able to check this kind of stuff while we're flying. It's so nice.
I have the right to specifically reserve all of my rights, which I do at the beginning. I have the right
I
to
got all
say
the
what I
graphics on
want
pretty
and to
much
be heard.
maximum right now, and we're only pulling 90. We're only, I mean, it's good. The only two graphic settings I have turned down are, yeah, this one here, rendering and ambient occlusion. Everything else I got it up at maximum. I had those all the way up, but the GPU was always at like 98, 99%, and I know that's okay, but I don't like seeing it. Like, it bothers me seeing it that high.
Under the First Amendment.
And I
And
didn't
when I
really
attempt
notice
to
the
do
difference
that,
either. Like,
it's taken
with
as
anything, to be honest,
a
like I
slight
just
to the court, a
didn't see
disrespect
it.
to the court, or me intentionally coming into the court to be disrespectful, which I've stated that is not my intention. Never is it my intention. I never intend to walk into your courtroom, Your Honor, and be disrespectful intentionally. I never come into this courtroom to disrespect anyone. But because I don't understand, I raise these issues
They got validity.
because they have validity.
They got validity, Your Honor.
I have the right to object to any statement made by the judge or the prosecution. I've done that and been repeatedly shut down.
Shut it down, Your Honor.
Without a
Actually, what's going on with weather right now? Hang on a second. Any nadir warnings? No, a lot of mesoscale, peak tornado up to 95. That's not bad. Yeah, no nadirs. Oh, ping pong size hail. Special weather statement. Tornado watch, heat advisory. Combined 90% chance of something happening. This looks like this should be warned as a tornado here. Actually, this does kind of look like it's starting to get some inflow to it. Let's look at yeah, wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Got hail in it. Doesn't really have a debris signature or anything yet. But yeah, this looks like it's starting to try to do something. Take a other look, tilt it up. Yeah, 1.5. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's some mixed winds up in that thing. There's some mixed winds. I think if that storm, if it hits enough Cape, if it hits enough fuel, quote unquote, yeah, that one I think could turn into some sort of nadir. Some nadir.
without a lawful explanation. I repeatedly asked the court for a motion for a finding of fact to determine if things are being done legally. I've been denied that numerous times without merit, which is also my right. I have the right to recuse the judge at any time, which is also a right. I have the right to a speedy and fair trial by an impartial jury. I think it's safe to say that my speedy trial right has definitely been violated because this matter has been taking place for roughly a year.
Speedy trial. By the way, he in the same 50 minutes here, he also says, you know, the court only gave me 3 days to go through all this stuff before so you know, you're rushing. So first of all, he's upset because it hasn't been a speedy trial, but then he's also upset because they didn't give him enough time to prepare.
I've never consented to waiving anything related to a speedy trial. And if that was done, it was done without my consent or without my knowledge. We're way past the speedy trial thing. Way past. When the change of venue motion was brought up. I believe that was the first time I came before Your Honor in early March. I want to say March 11th of this year, when the change of venue motion came into play. It was decided by Your Honor that wouldn't be decided until the 20th of June, I believe. That's over the 90-day mark right there for a speedy trial. That was denied, and
I just bopped my nose on the mic.
I still don't understand how that was denied when it's clearly obvious that at minimum the venue should have been changed based on the fact of the magnitude of the matter.
Mm-hmm.
There's no possible way anyone in this county would not have some type of connection or some type of knowledge, whether they were told something by someone that they may know, the news reporting alone, just that alone, there's no way that this trial should be taking place in Waukesha County. That's obvious. That's obvious from the way the motion was presented, the coverage alone, the political campaign ads that plastered the defendant's face all over the TV every single day. Every time a political campaign was brought up, it made reference to this incident. Every single time. The fact that people
All right, we
shit.
are.
even exist. There's no possible way anyone in this county would not have some type of connection or some type of knowledge, whether they were told something by someone that they may know. The news reporting alone, just that alone, there's no way that this trial should be taking place in Waukesha County. That's obvious. That's
Obvious,
obvious
Daryl.
from the way the motion was presented, the coverage alone, the political campaign ads that plastered the defendant's face all over the TV every single day. Every time a political campaign was brought up,
There's
it made
amazing ground
reference
textures from
to this incident.
X-Plane. It's
Every single time.
cut and paste of X-Plane.
The fact that people have children that go to the same schools in this county, that people may have worked with the same people in this county. You yourself, Your Honor, stated that you at one time worked with the father of one of the people that was injured in this matter. That is a clear conflict of interest right there. You also stated for the record that not only did you work with this father, but that at one time they may have donated to your, I don't know if it was to you becoming a judge or I would have to look through the docket, but you said it on the record that they donated money to
Still trying to get that inflow going.
You also stated that when you had gained knowledge of the incident and that their family member was injured
This is
in
in
the
that
incident,
tornado outlook area.
that you reached out via phone.
Oh yeah,
I
5%.
don't recall if it was text message or
So yeah, I
an
mean this
actual
definitely
phone
could be
conversation,
trying to produce something here.
but you put that on the record. You also stated that the nature of your relationship was strictly professional. I don't know about you, Your Honor, but I've worked numerous jobs and I know what professional relationships is and personal relationships. I've never had
Are you sure,
the cell
Daryl?
phone number of anyone that was a personal relationship saved to my phone that I could reach out immediately when I learned something. That would constitute a personal relationship of some kind. Whether hanging out from time to time, having a cup of coffee,
There's some
or
stuff
hanging out
in
from
this
time to time,
area here that really
grabbing
shouldn't
a
be
beer,
there unless
hanging
this is
out
just
from time to time watching a game or anything of that nature.
shit wrong with the radar.
It would
Like,
definitely be more than just strictly professional.
this definitely trying to spin
That
up
was stated
something.
for the record.
I'd love to have a look at the clouds.
Again, I go back to the Sixth Amendment again. In terms of
Atmosphere is considerable. Wow.
when I
2-inch size
asked for
hail.
the motion for the evidence motion that I raised, that was denied without any explanation.
About
That
145
would
till
be
top of
strictly
descent.
to,
About 20
place
some
in
minutes.
evidence any unrevealed contract. That's under the Sixth Amendment. Clearly, there's been repeated violations of my Sixth Amendment. We all know that the United States Constitution is the law of the land, period. It trumps everything. We also know that any law repugnant of the Constitution is null and void. We know that.
Let's plug in our info for landing. While Daryl's talking.
There's still no basis for the motion
Go
being shot down.
tune. Let's go nav 1.
Why was I not granted the motion for finding a fact? Why did it take so
109.3.
long for me to be brought my entire motion for discovery?
And we'll put
Why was the motion to prove jurisdiction not verified? Why was the motion to dismiss the case for all the reasons I said not being granted? Which brings me to the motion to subpoena witnesses. I did everything that was asked of me by the court pertaining those subpoenas. It was understood by the court that this is my first time ever having to do this. I didn't understand how to properly fill out the subpoenas, at which the prosecution volunteered that they would give assistance. The only assistance I received was for them to check to see if it was filled out. That was it. That doesn't amount to any assistance. I was still left to fill it out on my own, and then when I did that, corrections still had to be made, which would verify what I was saying. I don't know how to do this. But I still complied to what the court asked me. And even then, it was a big old thing about the subpoenas. I can't subpoena the plaintiff in the case. Well, how can I not subpoena the plaintiff in the case when under the Sixth Amendment, I have the right to face my accuser, which is the plaintiff of the case? So how could the subpoena not be filed, and how could the plaintiff not be called to the witness stand? That begs the question of, does the plaintiff even exist? Which it was stated for the record that not only by a witness, a Detective Casey that got on the stand and said on the record that is an entity, which is not a living, breathing human being. And then it was stated again by you on the record, Your Honor, that the plaintiff is an entity. So the question still stands. How can an entity bring a claim if it's not a living human being? So where's the claim? Will the plaintiff in this matter, the state of Wisconsin, be allowed to testify? Will they be allowed to be in the courtroom? No, they will not, because they don't exist. Therefore, the claim doesn't exist. For all those reasons that I just stated, the case should have been dismissed a long time ago. Once those issues were raised, this case should have been dismissed. And at the very minimum, it should have been dismissed because those still have yet to be proven. We're still talking about
10930
jurisdiction. That's been being asked for over a week.
Now I want to.
There's still no provider.
And we have 17 as our course.
Not even
Come up here. Let's go into heading mode. Let's sync our heading first.
Why was I not provided with a certified copy of your oath of office?
Heading mode. Let's switch our nav source.
Why did you not state the name that is
and we have
on
17.
file with the Secretary
Let's change our course.
of the state? Or I made reference
17.
the first time to the Secretary of the Treasury, and then you stated on the record that it's the Secretary of State, even though
Very
you knew
good.
what I was
Go back to
referring
nav
to when I
source.
asked. You referred to your name tag, but that's not the name registered. We both know that. So why wasn't that proof verified? You gave me a copy of your oath of office, but it's not certified. So how can I
That's
verify
good.
that is the true oath of office that
Go back into nav mode.
you signed? How can I verify that is valid? That's the reason why I asked for it to be certified, which you stated for the
What's up,
record.
Luis?
You
I
would
just saw
not
your
do
message
that.
on Discord. What's going
You
on,
never
buddy?
stated any
I don't know if you're watching or
legal
not.
reason
But...
why.
Hello, Luis.
I have the right to ask for that. Legally.
Legally. Is he in your party?
I also have the right to call any witnesses to assist my defense, which is the main reason why
It's still trying to do
I
something this
subpoenaed
storm.
the plaintiff in this matter.
Definitely not spinning. Spinning. But it's definitely trying to do something.
I also have the right to challenge all relevant laws in this trial in terms of their intent, interpretation,
at,
fairness,
upper
enforcement,
layers.
and whether they serve and protect the people.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely rotation.
From my knowledge, the design of the statutes of the law was written for the common
Yeah, I mean, a little bit
people
here
to
too.
understand.
Definitely trying to spin.
So that would mean the final determination or interpretation of what the law says comes down to the people.
Now this storm, if this continues, it looks like it's
You know
going
this,
east, but if it
Ryder.
goes south, east, like this
Are
storm and
you, are
it's
you
this
not a
fuel,
public servant?
this could start coming around and start hooking. Because there's definitely some swirly shit going on there.
You also know
If you live in this part of the country, in, I guess this is Nebraska, Woodlake, Johnstown,
that this docket sheet is inactive.
Route
Every
83,
filing up until the point
towards Ainsworth.
that I started representing myself was filed
Careful, be weather
in a
aware.
name that was represented by all capital letters, which is not my name.
All capital letters.
Nor has it ever been my name, nor have I ever seen that name or individual. Every single filing or paperwork
Guys are fighting on Discord again.
Was
Good old
all
Mike
in
and
capital
Luis always
letters.
going at each other.
ever since September 29th, roughly around there, now everything starts to go to lowercase letters. Why is that? What
Yeah, why
prompted
is
the
that?
sudden change?
Now, I put in 1500. I wonder why that changed to 17.
I still have filings
We're still going to
that
send a little bit early.
have all capital letters.
I always do.
Which
I
I
always
state
send a
every
little
time I
bit
come
early.
into your courtroom, Your Honor, that is
Like
not
10
my name,
miles early
nor do
usually.
I consent or agree to being called that.
Well, not always, but usually.
I'm merely here as a third-party intervener on behalf of my
My client.
Did I accept for value in return for value? We go through this every time I come here.
Sure do.
Every time.
Oh, there's clouds.
You bring up Illinois versus Allen when we had the issue of me being removed
Wait a
from the
minute.
courtroom. We went through that where Illinois versus Allen states that there are 3 options when a defendant is being disruptive in court. You stated for the record that you identified a 4th one, which is not
Uh-oh.
cited anywhere in that case. It's not cited anywhere. So the question would be, how did you come up with a 4th option that's not written in that case? Did you take it upon yourself to add this 4th option?
Yeah,
to
Judge. Did you add that,
justify
Judge?
denying me my constitutional right by being present. You could have done the three that were stated. Any one of the three you could have done that were stated in the case. Nowhere does it say you can create a fourth option. Not upholding my constitutional rights. I'm sure you know about Title 18, USCS 2381.
And it's what?
Which states that it's treason not to uphold your oath of office. Treason.
Yeah, Judge. Stop committing treason in your own courtroom. I'm a sovereign citizen, but I believe in the
You
Constitution.
repeatedly make
That's not how it works, though.
judicial determinations.
You don't believe in this Constitution. You believe in the
that
one
clearly
that was
prejudice
written before
of
this
my
one.
defense.
The
And
temporary
when I
one that they
question you
first
about
drafted.
are you making judicial determinations, I'm repeatedly shut down.
All right, we got 111 miles to Vampa. We need to go down 9,000 feet. So we have 9, 18, 27 miles. So I'd say about 40 miles out, we should start descending maybe. Maybe 45. Let me
leads
put
to
1,500 back in.
Today,
See what it do.
the constant push not to
Yeah, I like that better.
have an informed jury.
Come on, jury.
Not giving legal valid grounds on objections, not noting objections for the record to make sure that the record is clear.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, dude?
I'm sure somewhere
Oh man,
in
this
the
storm,
jury
it's still trying to
instructions,
spin this storm. Look, now
you
it's got this
informed
little
them
starting to try to
that
hook out. I told
the state
you.
of Wisconsin was bringing
Told
the
you
claim.
live in this area. Be careful. Look, there's even got some red shit in there now. This storm is definitely trying to spin.
But then you make the judicial determination that I'm not allowed to ask questions about
Oh,
the
yeah.
plaintiff.
You're wrong.
That's clear bias.
Yep. It's even got a little pink in here now. So yeah, this storm is starting to rotate more now. I bet you if you live in this area, I bet you the clouds are starting to like almost start touching the house. Like when they're coming in and
You
that
know
mesoscale is
also
coming
that
in and it's starting to spin.
You have an electronic filing system.
Not sure what part of the
I
world
find
this.
it hard
I mean,
to
I know it's
believe that
Nebraska,
I was
but
told yesterday about my subpoena for the plaintiff that I had to wait for filing in a timestamp when I've seen it done numerous times in just a few seconds, right in front of my face. When the prosecution needs something filed,
I'm gonna find
it's
out
filed
what
immediately.
part of Nebraska this is.
I have
That's
to
Route
wait, or I have to
83.
wait to the next day.
Johnson.
That's a clear bias and a clear prejudice to my defense. Obviously, the court knows that I'm not privileged to the same filing system.
Yep. Other severe thunderstorm warning. That makes sense. If this keeps on hooking, they're gonna
Which brings me
tornado
to the
warn this.
reason why I brought up the issue of assistance of counsel. Under the Sixth Amendment, I have the right to assistance of counsel. It doesn't say anything about representing yourself without assistance of counsel. Having counsel represent you and having assistance of counsel is two totally different things.
You tell her, Daryl.
You, Your Honor, gave me paperwork that was a waiver of counsel.
Now we're gonna start descending here in about
We both know
5 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe.
any contract can be altered if I don't agree to certain terms.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing, Daryl.
I crossed out everything in that paperwork that I did not agree or consent to, and
Crossed it out,
specifically
so it's legal.
wrote on that paperwork that I do not waive my right to assistance of counsel. At the very least, I should have been awarded a standby counsel. Not someone to represent me, to speak for me, but someone to help me do things in a timely fashion. get
Actually, you know
things
what?
filed.
We'll follow VNAV.
Get
We'll wait for
motions
VNAV to pop up. That way
together
we can
in a
actually
timely
use
fashion.
VNAV. Can't arm it yet because we're not close enough.
Make
You have to wait for the
preparations,
VNAV indicator to
get
show up
things
on the
done that I
display
don't have
before
the
you
privilege
actually
to do
can arm VNAV in this
in my
airplane.
current situation of being housed at the Waukesha County Jail. I gave you back that paperwork and you accepted the paperwork that I altered.
She didn't accept it. She
That
acknowledged
you
that you changed it.
Understood
She didn't
that I
accept
didn't
it.
agree and consent to those things that were altered. You accepted it and you filed it. That is in the record. I have copies of the same paperwork that you accepted. So when you accepted that, with no objection, that becomes a tacit agreement.
That's it, not tack it, you dimwit.
But yet, I'm still forced to come in here,
It's not rotating at a higher level.
zero help.
Other is it still considerable? Yeah. The hail's gone down, which is good.
I think it's clear that that prejudiced my defense.
Now there's a lot of heavy rain here. And this is
Knowing that
starting to
the
hook out too.
prosecution has everything that they need for this matter at their fingertips. And
Oh, yeah.
I have to jump through every hoop possible to even get things filed in a timely fashion.
You see these boxes here?
It was stated for the record
Oh.
that the unit that I'm housed in the Waukesha County Jail, and per jail administrator Angela Wallenhoff, that I'm only allowed out of my cell for a few hours a day. So I'm roughly locked down 22 hours a day.
That's for your protection, Daryl.
Not
So people
given
don't kill you.
the privilege to access everything that I should be able to at the time that I should be if I was general population. Arrangements could have been made months ago for me to be at least in some form general population with an upcoming trial.
Not bitching, Daryl. Oh yeah.
Reference
Oh, yeah.
was made to being able to
What up,
use
Hook?
LexisNexis or whatever it's called. We call it the law library. That may be the easier way to describe it. I'm only allowed to access the law library at certain times during the day. The rule of the jail is that when you're not in the day room,
Oh
You
wow,
can't
that's a lot of
access
vertical liquid. Big drops. Big drops coming
the law
down.
library, which is on tablets, we are not allowed to have those tablets in our cells.
I like weather-wise. Pretty good. I don't know if I like it more than
That prejudiced my defense.
radar scope
How
that I
can I
use
work
on
on
my
my case?
mobile
How can
devices,
I
but
look up certain
I use
case
Radar
laws?
Omega
How
too.
can I
That's
do
like my
any of
least
this
favorite, Radar Omega. I think.
if I don't have full access to it.
Well, I mean, I like Radar Omega because I can do the outlooks with like, I can do the HRRR
I even
and
suggested
RAP
some
and
type of
NAM and
order
all
that
that.
can be made by the court to allow me more time.
course, I can do
out of
that
my
all
cell
for free
to
on
talk to
SBC
jail
website.
administration about allowing me more time out of my cell to be able to
But
use
this is a
those
pretty
when
good
needed.
app here. This weather-wise app, I kind of like it,
And to be frank,
and it's cheap. I think it's like $2 a week.
in a proceeding of this magnitude, there should not
Like if you
be
want
even
like
a time where I'm not
the upgraded
access-
membership for
where
it,
I don't have access to
or
to
the membership
materials
for
that
it, I
need.
would say.
If I'm not in the courtroom or sleeping, I should be awarded the time to work on this case, seeing as how
I think it's still
I
too
only had a
close.
couple days to prepare
for
for a
VNAV,
trial of
let's
this
see.
magnitude.
Yep. And once we
Which
see
brings me
the
back
VNAV,
again to the change
there's
of
top of
venue.
descent. Let's actually plug in.
Even right now with trial going on, there's still political ads
10,000.
being shown every day that reference this incident.
I do that with my stick here. Oh, wonderful.
There's still
And I should be able to
talk
change the
throughout
heading.
jail
Oh, that's beautiful too. I like when stuff works properly.
There's been a ton of hate mail received to the jail since
All
the
right, this
beginning
time
of
we're going to
this.
click on
It
altitude
did die
select,
down for a little bit, but it picked right
which
back
we didn't
up
do last time.
the closer we got to the trial.
And then when we get closer to this top of descent, we'll see VNAV kick in on the screen here, and then we can click on VNAV. I don't think it's going to let us do it now. Yep. Yeah, flight director mode inhibited, that's right.
Which gives more credibility to the venue needing to be changed.
Click on the screen here and get our V speeds. Go.
Yet still, that was denied.
And we are going to do fairing indicator for
It's impossible
GOR1.
for impartial jury to be found in this county, and that's not to discredit people in the county that can be impartial. It would be unfair to say that no one can be impartial. That would be accurate. But with the level of scrutiny that this whole incident has, the reporting, the Facebook groups,
VNAV just showed up to the party. Let's click on VNAV.
Groups created because of this.
And it should show it here as well. That's why a message is popping up.
The reporting live stream on Court TV has comment sections where
Laverack Center, Q-400, we're getting ready to begin our descent into Townsville. We're going to descend to 4,000 feet.
the sheer insensitivity of some of the things that are said.
Q-471, Flight Watch Center, good evening.
I know a lot of people probably don't care about what I'm about to say, but it still needs to be said because it's the truth.
Truthfully.
The fact of the matter is,
You got truthfully or
that I
untruthfully.
have children too. Family too, loved ones too. That also have been ridiculed and have their names drugged to the mud and have threats.
I could have
towards
sworn
them.
that it had the weather up here at one point.
Loved ones that have to leave their home because they're getting threats thrown through their mailbox. Children that
Yeah, here we
didn't feel
go.
safe going to school because they were getting bullied behind what was
How do
being
I get
said.
rid of that? Oh, I just got to click on that again. Okay.
And that's not to sweep anything under the rug whatsoever.
It's nice. Weather 10:15. 10:15 again, and I believe that the
To constantly say and report
transition
this
altitude
incident
or
as
flight
attack,
level.
attack, terrorism. It's unfair and it's insensitive. It's a definite
What am I looking for? Oh yeah, 11,000 feet.
and that will never be swept under the rug.
252.
There's always going to be healing that has to take place.
I do
It's
have
gonna
all
be
these stored as well under charts here.
And that should not be swept under the rug whatsoever. But it's very insensitive and unfair to not recognize that there's many other victims that never is talked about.
Chart is this 102K.
And for people to paint a certain picture, mostly from this county, to put this picture out there, it's not only hurtful, but it's insensitive.
Oh, shit.
And it's not true.
Not bad.
I'm sure the court read through the motion for change of venue. I'm assuming,
Q-471, Flight Watch Center, contact Townsville Tower on
though it
118.3.
was a lot of paperwork in those motions. I think it was obvious.
Contact Townsville Center 118.3 QF471.
It's too many connections and it's too close. It's too
Townsville
close.
Center, good evening. QF471 descending on the Vampa arrival. Looking for the ILS runway 01 approach.
If there was any chance for a fair trial and an impartial jury, it should not have been on this
QF2471,
one.
Townsville Tower. Runway 01 is not currently active. Available runways are...
Beginning
Insert
to
available
arrive.
runways here. Please advise on your preferred runway.
Without any validity. Zero.
Runway 19
There's
available.
So much bias is going on that
QF471, runway 19 is available. Winds 220 at 12. You can proceed with the ILS approach for runway 19.
and even with all
There is
this,
no
for the
ILS
record,
approach. Come on, Sayintentions. We just talked about this today.
we still have no proof of jurisdiction. We still
Alright,
have
well, I'm
no
sticking
bond
with
on
runway
file
1 because it's the
in the docket sheet.
it's in the green still.
We still have no plaintiff. We still have no claim.
So let's just cancel Sayintentions out.
We're not sure of the relationship between you, Your Honor, and a father of
I guess. Should we,
One
or
of
should
the
we just follow
people
runway?
that was injured. We're not clear on that
Let me
relationship.
pause this for a second.
No matter how well prepared the speech was,
Let me plug
It
in
was-
the other approach.
a prepared speech, that was obvious. Where's the proof? I just asked that same question. Can an affidavit be given that there is no bias, no conflict of interest, and no interest in the outcome of this case?
402B. So let's change this up here.
There's no proof if you hold the full judicial power of the state, or is
Flight
it the
plan.
military power?
Menu.
Mr. Brooks, I've given you about 50 minutes
Arrival.
to make your various
Runway
arguments.
19.
You've now repeated yourself a number of times, so I'm going to turn to
402
the state
Bravo,
to see if
so
we have
number
any
2.
response. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge.
And we have
Judge, I'm going
Arnav
to
Z.
summarize what I just heard by
Number
quoting from
5.
a case from the
And
Eastern District
Lebo,
of
number
Wisconsin.
2.
Federal case found at 2022 Westlaw 3045190.
Can you repeat that last
I'm so sorry. 3045190.
Okay, there we go.
Retzloff versus Moran. This case is talking about many of the topics that Mr. Brooks has now recited to the court, and simply states, the majority of Retzloff's filing is incomprehensible jargon and cut and paste legal mumbo jumbo. Sovereign citizen theories are frivolous and wholly without merit. The court goes on to cite to Bay, B-E-Y, versus the state of Indiana at 847, Fed 3rd, 559, on pages 559 through 560, a 7th Circuit Court of Appeals decision from 2017. Mr. Brooks knowingly
You call their name, nor do I know any individual by their name, Your Honor.
Please do the courtesy of not interrupting the state, as they did not interrupt you for over the almost 50 minutes that you spoke. Thank you. Please continue.
Your Honor, the record is very clear that Mr. Brooks knowingly willingly, voluntarily, and intelligently insisted on representing
Oh, shit.
himself in this trial. He has no constitutional right to stand by
Oh, should have
counsel.
paid attention to the speed a little
None
bit.
whatsoever. The court patiently went through the form and advised him of many of the things he's complaining about here today. The resources of the state, the knowledge of the law, his ignorance of the law. And his words to this court,
Okay,
and I
so we're good
quote
now.
to the best of my ability, it don't make me flinch one bit. That's what he told this court, whatever it was, 2 weeks ago. Now he's here complaining over and over and over again how unfair this is to him. It's highly offensive. I don't know, because unfortunately I was talking to my investigator if he accused this court of treason, but I certainly heard that word come out of his mouth, and it is absolutely shocking that he would throw such a word around so loosely in this courtroom. This court has been
Council
exceedingly
approach
patient,
QF471. We're
exceedingly
doing the
respectful
402 Bravo arrival for
of
runway
his
19.
rights at
We're
every
currently
turn.
descending through
At
12,000
every
feet.
turn. I want to address this claim that he only had 3 days to prepare for trial.
QF471
It's
with
absolutely a
240
false statement.
Cleared for the ILS approach to
The
runway
record
19.
should reflect that he does have 3 banker's boxes on his table. The record should reflect that every time the state calls a witness to the stand, he swiftly and easily turns to those boxes, which appear to be alphabetized or organized in some fashion by the public defenders who turned it over to him, and quickly removes the folder of the witness who's testifying and effectively cross-examines that witness using notes from the public defender. We know that because he's tried to confront witnesses with the notes from the public defender. He is not going into this blind or with one arm tied behind his back. They did all the homework, and he's simply sitting here reading their notes, reading their cross-examination questions, and asking the questions, and then going on to his ridiculous questions having to do with his belief in the sovereign citizen movement. There's no way this record would reflect that this defendant is not adequately prepared for trial. He's never asked for a speedy trial. He makes conflicting statements. On one hand, you violated his rights because it's taken us so long to get to trial, and on the other hand, we're rushing him to this case, and he hasn't had adequate time to prepare. He is not denied access to legal materials in the jail. The record is very clear from the jail administrator. It should not be confused. He misleads this court intentionally to say, I only get out of my cell 2 hours a day. That is a fact. That is for his own safety, so that other inmates do not inflict physical harm upon him. He has access to a tablet. He has access to a computer.
All right, let's shut that up. And this thing is still trying to, still working. Look at that. It's starting. I told you, it's starting to get a little couplet now. Something going on with this storm. This storm has very high potential of putting, I think, down some sort of tornado. That's not good when you see all that right there. we gotta change our pressure. What is the pressure again? No. N14, big deal. 1014. I mean, the clouds look amazing in this game. Sun doesn't look, I mean, the sun definitely looks better in Microsoft, but man, the clouds look really good. Like, the plane, like, I think most of the time the visual of the airplane and the clouds is superb and superior in this game versus Microsoft. I would love for Microsoft and X-Plane to swipe right on each other on Tinder and hook up. I think the creation that they would have would be awesome. There's a new flight simulator actually coming out soon. I forget the name of it. I was reading about it. I'll have to look into it. I don't remember if I put it on Discord or not. I think I did. We're at 6,000 feet. Gotta make our way to 4,000. I said this earlier today on the other flight. I like doing minus 13 when I'm under 10,000 feet. Usually minus 1,300 feet per minute at a good speed. Usually that'll get you to your altitudes in time. Anybody want to come over and take the trash out for me tonight? Hit me up in the comments. Somebody come over here and take the trash out for me. I don't know why I stream on Kick. It's just nothing but spam on there. Okay, we're at 4,000. The only other altitude we're going to drop down here, we're going to drop down to 3,000 here momentarily. Once we pass our next waypoint. Select. Yes. Anti-skid is still on. All right, now that's the only altitude we're going to drop down to until we start descending for the runway. For that, I'm going to put 1,000 in. May have to do a go around or two tonight. We'll see. Hopefully we won't. But we might have to. It's been a minute since I've flown this aircraft. We had a soupy out here in Australia today. Still trying. It must have lost its shape. Yeah, it lost its shape. But that's good for those people. I mean, you know, that's a good thing when tornadoes don't hit. Like, I'm not rooting for tornadoes, but it had that look for a couple of minutes. And it was spinning, that's for sure. Just, I guess it didn't... There was not enough fuel. At this turn, then we got our next turn. Our next turn is the turn towards the runway. Approach doesn't do anything. That's what I thought. That's okay. We can always swing around for runway 1 and do that landing if we need to, but I think we'll be okay. Now VNAV looks like it wants us to descend, but that's not accurate. We don't start descending again until we're 2.2 miles from TL2NF, which is after this waypoint here. Alright, we can start descending now. Let's do 1,000. Landing gear down. There's our runway. Feather. Reduce top landing. Props all the way forward. Oh, that shouldn't have done that. There we go. Yeah, that shouldn't be doing that. All right, my control. I was trying to get it set for reduced top landing. That way, if we do need to do a go around, the props will be already set. That's all right. All right, let's get this set back. Turn off the yaw dampener. We are way too fast. Oh, wasted. All right, let's go around. That's all right.
Light slow, 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 light slow.
Landing gear up.
Light slow, light slow, light slow, light slow, light slow, light slow.
I'm gonna cancel out Sayintentions here in a moment. Since they're not doing anything anyways. You look at my trim real quick. Oh yeah, my trim is way out of whack. Whoa! Yeah, that first time we did. That is true. We're gonna get it on the next attempt though. We usually do. We usually do. right, let's put our yaw dampener back on. Yeah, usually in this airplane it takes me 2 or 3 attempts to get a good landing. Just because it's so different from the rest of the airplanes. Hey, if we don't have a good landing light, it is what it is. I know, I suck. I suck, Luis. Obviously, you haven't been watching recently, but that's okay. That's okay, Luis. It's okay. I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to watch my landings either. Most of the butter landings that I have. Yeah. Yesterday was a good landing. The landing this morning was really good. But again, as I said before, this is not the All About Landing Simulator channel. We always have a good landing. Sometimes it takes us a few go-arounds to get it, but we always have a good landing. Maybe your channel is all about landings. Now this airplane is a very difficult airplane to butter. I think the best I've had on this, I think it's under 100. I want to say it was like minus 97 or something like that. I had one time in this airplane. Today's landing was really good on the Dreamliner. That was minus 169 center line. That was actually that was a really good approach into Incheon today. All right, we're about 10. Oh, we're pretty high. Let's get down in altitude. I don't know what UNC is.
2500.
Talking about University of North Carolina. All right, let's turn back around towards the airport. Oh, Uncle Greg. Yeah, I made some changes a few months ago with the sense, like the calibration of the system here. And it's really helped out a lot, like the sensitivity and stuff.
500.
Terrain, terrain. Terrain, 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 terrain. Terrain, 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 terrain.
I do not see this runway anywhere. Oh, all right, I got it now. There we are. All right, let's go around again. We'll get it this time. I did. That's because you've been trolling me. That was just payback for you trolling me. I really thought for a moment that was going to be it. But we gonna get it this time. We got better. We'll get better again. Now remember, most of this landing is all visual. Ah, fuck off, Louise. Most of this this whole landing is pretty much visual, by the way. Like, I'm not, so, you know, let's take that into consideration. Okay, we're gonna get it this time. First time landing here, first time flying this airplane in months. We gonna get it this time. Yeah, call Tom Homan. Advise him where Luis is at. Oh, if Mike tells him to go, yeah, be right. You're going to lock. Luis is going to lock his door. He's going to look out the curtains right now. I'm like, oh, man, is ice out front? I know I'm in Mexico, but maybe ice is there. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Sort of. Right. Yeah, this is not a very easy plane to land, first of all. Second of all, did anybody see that landing from this morning, by the way? Minus 169 in the Dreamliner. Did anybody see that? It was a beautiful... I played it in the very beginning of tonight's episode. Like, right after the intro. He's a gooner. I had no idea what a gooner was until last week, earlier this week, whenever you guys told me about it. I was like, what the fuck is a gooner?
2500.
Oh, one good landing. See, I know, Luis, you really love me. It's okay. I know you say these things because, you know, you're trying to be funny. Maybe you're trying to get a reaction out of me, but you're not going to get one. Your comments do not deserve the kind of reaction that you're insinuating that I do. Because I know the truth. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm too old for that shit, dude. And I know what you're saying is not true, by the way. Like, you'd have to go back many months to have an episode where I ended it with a bad landing. Bad being, like, over minus 300. Like, every flight is... It might take me 2, 3, 4 attempts, but I will get it. And that's okay. Look, it's very difficult to jump into an airplane you haven't flown in weeks or months and just do it. $6,000. It could be. You might be right. Now, if this was Greece saying this, I would say you're right, Greece. You're probably right, but Luis, I don't think so. All right, let's make our turn. I still haven't really been using any rudder, by the way. This has all just been... Like, I've been keeping my feet off the rudder pedals. That's very difficult for me to do. Like, I like using rudders when I'm landing, but... I've actually been trying not to use them as much, and I think it's been helping a bit. All right, let's turn around. And again, we are flying, there's no flight director helping us. There's no vertical guidance helping us. This is all just visual and based off of, you know, trying to get the VOR lined up. That's how I usually land. In this airplane, I usually do. I usually keep one hand on the throttle and one hand on the yoke. All right. Landing gear down. Go flaps 1. know, buddy. I know. I know we should be over 2,000 feet at this point. I know. All right, let's put this at like 29% power. That should be fine.
sync rate, sync rate, sync rate, sync rate.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
How is that still 424? That's impossible. All right, let's go around one more time. That's impossible. That was pretty soft. All right, let's try it one last time. That's fucking impossible. We're just gonna have to float it some more. Those landings were, I mean, those last two landings were pretty soft. Those definitely were not -4. I don't agree with that at all. At all. I do not agree. I think that's fake news right there. That doesn't make sense to me. You want me to get up there with a tape measure, Luis? Yeah, I know. It's so simple. I know. Armchair quarterbacks. It's always so simple. You get in this airplane and do it. What should happen in this airplane is I should have it at a constant speed. Like right now it's at -4. It's at 47 here for torque. It should be at like 20, 25, 27, somewhere in that area for most of the landing. The problem is that I don't have any vertical guidance to help me. And it's all visual. If I was doing an ILS landing and I had a flight director where I could follow it, it would be, we would have already been done. But this is 100% visual.
Direct terrain,
And that's the issue that I'm running into a little bit.
Terrain, 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 terrain.
Well, one nice thing about me missing the butter so far is that it is giving me longer in the airplane, which I love because this is a fun airplane to fly. That's for sure. And we'll go out past this island again and then turn around like we've been doing. Yeah, that torque is too low. In my opinion, that torque is too low. Yeah, I know. I've watched the videos too, dude. That's how I learned how to land the airplane. You don't need to watch that video. You can just watch me. Sometimes you can do the opposite of what I do, and that's the correct way to do it. Yeah, usually that torque is correct. When I have a flight director and I can follow it in, that's usually where the torque is set. But like I said, this is 100% visual, 100% hand flown, so... And I have an island that's in my way of that smoother descent, so... Alright, let's turn... I don't care. I don't care. I'm not making excuses. I'm not fucking fighting into you, Luis. Mike will handle it for me. I always love people that think that just like act like they know everything. They're always fun. I like to see their execution. Let's see you jump in this airplane. Not flying it for a month. Let's see you rage bait me, Luis. Luis always trying to get me to yell at him. He wants his uncle to yell at him. No. I think part of why I haven't landed like while we're still doing this is that I keep on looking at the chat. Usually when I don't look at the chat, that's usually when I have my best landings. For some reason. Alright, let's put the landing gear down. There's our runway.
Terrain.
Straight butter, bitch. Like I said, it takes me a few times, but I will get it. I can't remember the last time I actually ended a flight where I didn't have something under 300. Bitch. While we're here, let me pull up the landing from... Oh, shit. That looks bad. How come they haven't tornado warned us at all? Oh, okay, that's old. Let's look at the landing from this morning.
50, 40.
Okay, here we go. Autopilot's still on. I'm getting ready to deactivate it, I think. Flaps 15. This is the base bitch Dreamliner from 2024. Not a bad airplane. Oh, wait, is my share screen still on? Hang on. Okay, yeah, we're good. That's 25. Flaps full. Light slope captured. So here's this morning. I have a flight director that I can follow and vertical guidance I can follow. That's key. So when I have that, usually the first or second attempt is a good landing. I have to move my hand over every once in a while to move the mouse so I can keep my screen up. Anyways, Louise. Yeah. Not tonight. Not tonight. I haven't heard much from him lately. I guess he's been busy. I don't know. But yeah, when I have a flight director I can follow, and I don't look at the chat, like this last time I didn't look at the chat and I buttered it. I usually when I interact with the chat is when I have bad landings, because I'm looking at that versus paying attention to what I'm doing. Look at this. This is better than some airline. This is better than some 787 pilots out there.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Loaded a little bit, but look at that. Look at that landing. Take it. I create center lines. I take it. I create my own. I create my own center lines everywhere I go. Maybe you did. I don't know. Maybe you did. All right, I'm getting out of here. I got to take the trash out. I still haven't eaten dinner yet. I guess it's a little late to eat dinner now. Yeah. Not like I'm missing many meals, so I think I'll be okay. I got a partnership with them. Like, no matter how hard I land, you make it look like I know what I'm doing, and I will always say good things about you. Damn. And Luis caught on to it. I was hoping I could get away with it for a little bit longer. I was hoping. But Luis caught me again. The A400, it's free. The A400 is free, Tard. Oh, the Q400, yeah. No, I'm not buying you a $70 plane, dude. Not when you fucking troll me all the time. If you could go one day and say something nice, I would consider it. But every day you like, you know, you take a shit on everybody. I don't know you personally, but you might be that person in the circle of friends that everybody's like, oh, fucking Luis is coming. Man, he always says some dumb shit. He always gets us in trouble. Like, he always says something he shouldn't, and then, like, we get in trouble. Like, I've had friends like that before. Like, every time, like, I heard they were coming out with us, I'm like, man, fuck. I'll say something again. I am the hater right now. I'm just giving you a little taste of your medicine. All right, I'm getting out of here. I'll if you all are on Discord a little bit, I'll say hi to you all on Discord. But I got like real world stuff to do right now, and it's like almost midnight, so I need to do that. But I am off of work again tomorrow, so I will be on. I might be on again in the morning. That was actually kind of fun, getting up of line. I do have another flight ready. I have a Southwest flight on a 737, but I'm not sure what I want to fly though. Like, I don't know if I want to do the Max, the iFly Max. I don't know if I want to fly the 737 in here, or if I want to do PMDG. Like, I'm on the fence about which one I want to fly. I don't have Zebo, but the level up one, the free one for X-Plane, has Zebo in it. So I might do the level up one and just do another X-Plane flight. PMDG is better. Yeah, I agree. And the iFly one is really good too. I haven't flown the iFly one in a while. So anyways, I'm getting out of here. I will see you guys next time. It does cost a shit ton. Yeah, I mean, those planes from PMDG, they've been out for years, and they're still like $70, which to me is crazy. Like, if an airplane's been out for years and years and years, like, I don't think you should be able to charge that much for it. Like, that's why I haven't bought more from FlyJSim. Like, this company that makes the Q400, they have a really good 737-200 and a really good 727. And I was very close to buying the 737 just because it's an old one. It looks really cool on the inside, but it hasn't been updated in like almost 5 years. And I'm like, I'm not going to spend 50, 60, 70 bucks on something that is 5 years old. Lewis does rhyme with Jewish. That is true. Very, very good, Dr. Seuss. All right, I will, I'm getting out of here. I got just shit to do. I will see you all tomorrow or on Discord later. That's about it. Hit like and subscribe. And that's it. See y'all later. See ya.